connection really between all the members in the organization.
One of the primary concerns that we have every semester is the time commitment issue. So, are you willing and able to make any necessary sacrifices in order to follow through with the pledging process?
That's understandable. I mean, pledging seems like initiation, so you have to show that you're willing to cooperate in the end. So I would be willing to make that sacrifice.
Okay, so if you had any, I don't know, what would be one of your strengths and one of your weaknesses you'd like to tell us about? And we're kind of going in line with what you hope to gain also. So I want to know a little bit about you. So strength and weakness.
Strength is cooperation. I mean, if someone tells me to do something and it's really reasonable and it's not really out of the question, I mean, I have no problem doing it. Really no questions asked. I'll just go ahead and do it. Probably a weakness I have is, to be honest, it's going to be a little bit of time organization. I mean, especially right now, I just started working. I work at 7:30 in the morning, and that's new for me. I mean, I just started the job last week as a work-study position, so I'm getting kind of used to that whole organization because I have to wake up early in the morning, study, afternoon, go to class, and then do what I need to, then go to bed and start it all over the next day.
So your job's on campus?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
If you saw one of your pledge brothers as you're going through the process having an issue keeping up or not pulling their weight or what have you, what would you do as an individual to try and help them or find out what was going on?
What kind of problems specifically, like?
I guess primarily not pulling their weight.
I mean, like I said, I like cooperation. That's something I can do. But I mean, if they really can't pull their weight, you can only help someone who's willing to help themselves. If you understand what I mean. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's really how I would see it. If he wants help, I'll try to help him. If not, I mean, I'll try and help a little more. If he doesn't ease into it, then it's more of his problem than mine.
How would you define brotherhood then in your own words?
Brotherhood? I see it as a family. I have about like 10, 11 cousins. They all live in Houston, right next to me within like a 5-mile radius. So I understand how it means to be really close to someone and how to be there for someone if they need like help or any assistance with something.
Would you consider yourself a leader?
A leader? It really would depend on the type of situation. To be honest, I feel like I'm a better follower than a leader because sometimes a leader needs to think on the spot right then, and I may be kind of slow at that. So if someone, like I said, if someone tells me what to do, I can go ahead and do it. No problem, no questions asked.
So, can you maybe tell us about an experience you've had working together in maybe an organization or a project maybe that you had that maybe you had a conflict with somebody in there? How did you resolve that conflict?
Is it cool if you talk about high school?
Yeah, just something, your experience.
Okay, something that I was in high school was I was in RPC. I was the highest position, and there was actually a conflict between me and my friend. Really, it's kind of, I was ordering him to do something, and it's really weird trying to listen to a friend who's around your age, your grade, and they're telling you to do something like they're your boss. Mm-hmm. And technically that's what I was. They just can't really, they don't like that, having that position being lower than someone else. So telling them what to do, they kind of didn't agree with what I had to say. I did not talk to them for the longest time because I had to kind of break that friendship to keep my job going. Because it's kind of, I understand friendship will come first, but if your friend isn't willing to comply with you, then that's kind of too big of an issue. So I'm sacrificing my job to be friends with someone who won't comply with me. I mean, after high school, I talked to him, we were fine, but just during that time, it's too big of an issue.
Feeding off of that question, has there been a time in your life where you had to put yourself aside or go out of your way to help a family member or a friend?
Actually, to help them or just...
Just help, in any way.
For example, it's not even like a family member, it's just really close friends. My friend's mom actually went to the hospital last semester during the weekend. He texted me, it was just out of the blue, it was a Friday. I came home the next day just to go see them in the hospital. It was really awkward because I haven't seen her for a while, but I know she would take care of me. So she's really like my aunt, but it was just kind of awkward that would happen at that moment. So right then I just went to go see her, spent some time with her at the hospital, and then I had to leave at the end of the weekend to go back to school.
Anything else?
I'm just curious, what's your major?
My major is finance.
And what year are you in UCC?
I'm in my 3rd year right now. I should be graduating next spring.
Oh, wow, okay.
Out of the blue, if what animal would it be and why?
Or just in any.
Animal. Just any animal.
Probably a koala. No reason in particular. They just kind of look cool. They get to hug a tree and just hang out.
Tree hugger.
It's what it seems like.
And do you have any questions for us, or?
Nothing too specific. I wasn't able to go to any of the informational, so I just kind of came here, wanted to learn a little more, and just see what else I can learn.
All right. It seems that you came here and you go straight into the interview. Well, just to tell you a little bit about us, Delta Sigma Pi was founded in 1907. We're one of the oldest professional fraternities. The chapter's actually pretty young in UTSA, but we're still one of the most prominent professional fraternities. We have right now over almost 40, 50.
We're at 54, actually.
54?
You are the largest thing.
We are. And we're a little bit, we have had over like 100 something initiates.
We focus on personal and professional development through the use of professional events, so that could be anything from, watching a video and kind of discussing what it was about, but mostly it's guest speakers or taking tours of certain facilities and putting that emphasis on you're a collegiate student right now, and our goal is to help you become a professional collegiate student, so that once you leave college, you're not in any kind of shock as to what employers expect from you. You have that experience of working with people to solve common problems, all the things that are kind of entailed in that. We do try to make our members more well-rounded through community service, because ultimately, what good is it to be a professional if you don't have that more well-rounded personality of ethics and morality and all that kind of stuff. We definitely strive to make membership worth your time as well as ours, so it is kind of a give and take, where we hold you to a certain standard, but we also hold ourselves to a certain standard, especially to our pledges.
Okay, so something you want to know about the fraternity is, coming here, if you talk to any one of us, everybody has their own reason why they joined the organization and what they've gained out of it. Each one of us came in at different levels, and we left at different levels. Myself coming in, my strong point was speaking. I can speak very well, but others may not have come in from that. So they draw off of my strengths, and I draw off of theirs. So coming in here, it can range from wanting to just have, a better network, have that social, skills, improved to professional, or just have the benefits all around. But if you talk to everybody, each one of us came in for a different reason, and you just have to figure out, why would I want to do this, and is this something that I would want to commit to? How is it going to benefit me, and what can I give to this organization? So those are the types of things you want to be thinking about when you leave here. Okay?
We work and function basically as a kind of a little company. We work to make money. We we have functions. Each member has a function to carry on the goals of the fraternity. Someone doesn't pull their own weight, we have to address it the way it would be addressing a company. So you kind of get like this mock experience that you kind of be very crucial later on when you actually begin in your career.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Do you have any questions about the pledging process itself?
Not specifically.
How many hours are you working?
I work 19.
19 hours, and you're taking full load of classes?
16 hours.
16 hours.
It's doable though.
Yeah.
Believe me.
That's about every other story of fraternity. Everybody's working with that much. And
financial wise, it's also one of the ones that takes the least toll on your wallet. Compared to some social friends and sororities, we have to fork out $500. I think ours is our initial fee is $135, but that takes care of your initial fees, books that you're gonna need. Actually, 8 books that you're gonna need, and after that is 105. 95.
Your pen and your
So then those $95 is just to keep the organization also alive, and it's more of an investment really. But it won't take up too much of a toll on your wallet.
Okay.
Any other questions? Or?
Not really. To be honest, I didn't dress up for this.
It's okay. Don't worry
You're
about
fine.
it.
You're fine.
Okay, that's perfect.
That's actually better, more professionally dressed than.
Yeah, then us. That's actually the interview normally would have been at school. We would have been informal.